Cowboy Wisdom Hypno-Acuity is wisdom energizing, fun opening personal expansion. Expands you out of yesterday, energizing today. Enterprising your dreams to experience your now connected desired life. And now here's your host, Robert A. Wilson.
Well, good evening. I'm Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypno-Acuity. Tonight I want to talk about how you expand out of the past and present moment. I call it Guru Gumption because your present moment is actually the guru to discharge, release, and disconnect from the past. We have been a servant to our past, and our past controls our today, and we let that thinking, knowing, memory, mind, and nitpicking mind respond to our daily life. And as you open up to understand, we've been a servant to the past, so we're going to let go of being a servant to the past and allow the past be a service of now. To understand the wisdom of the past, it will expand you today. We've been taught to try to know our way through life. And when you know and think, you're caught up in yesterday and you never expand because you're going to think and know your way all the way to yesterday. But now we're going to open our eyes to the present moment. And whatever's going on right now has representations from past events. And something I expanded into yesterday is, every time I set a goal, attention, outcome, whatever words you want to use, I use outcome, there is instantly some unsettling events happen, some chaos, some challenges. Well, that chaos and challenges is unique to you. And it's a unique form of discharging the past and opening new frontiers of foresight within you. We've been taught hindsight. Every time something happens, you look back and say, this, I should have done this. That's not hindsight, that's foresight. But them challenges, they dislodge all the locked up, pent up paralysis within you and open you to a new way of life. But them chaos and challenges is an awakening. And it's going to feed your past the way you lived through your past and allowed the past to control the today. But we really are a servant, but we're also a servant to the physical world, and we're a servant to what other people say, because when somebody says something, we all go, oh, they said this, they said that. Well, ridicule is the highest form of congratulations and appreciation there is. Only fools ridicule. Those with the wisdom, they question you or me to where we're going. But the present moment is where we expand. It's the present moment gifts that generate imagination, feeling, trend-setting wisdom flow through us. But we're so caught up in trying to know our way through life, and we'll never know our way through life. It's all about the now. And wisdom is unattached to the now. And it's unattached to the past. It's kind of an engendering curiosity to expand through life. Knowing is outdated. Wisdom is forever. Because it's always open-ended. And see, we try to know, we think life is right here and it's definite. Well, life is infinite. It's an infinite foresight expanding through life. When you open yourself to understand, we can never expand beyond the past if we let the past control you now. And something else I've really expanded into, I broke the glass of my past, opening up my airways of dawning, appreciation, realizing every day is new. It's a new now wow. Wisdom, opening, wanderer's lure, to understand life is a mystery. And it's a riddle, but it's a riddle and a mystery we'll never understand. Or no, but we can understand up to a point, and then we got to go into it's the new terra incognita paradise, which is the land of the unknown. The dreams are unknown because they're beyond our thinking, memory, societized mind, and socialized brain. And when we open up to the entertainers lure within us, we start opening up our fame and fortune within ourselves. Something I've really expanded into, nothing happens in the physical world, it all happens right in here. And if I'm feeling something unsavory in the world, that unsavory is in me. And the outside world is showing me there's something that I have to expand out of, to expand of. And that is a simple sentence and a simple declaration of sovereignty. I expand out of this to expand of this. And it's whatever it is, and it's unique to you. Your unique mystique will forever move you forward and allow you to move on from yesterday. You know, I was out in the desert walking. I go walking in the desert every morning. And I'm out there and I start at daylight, you can really get calm and comfortable with the world and open up the new wisdom for yourself to expand. And I was looking at the world and I said, you know, all the negativity and all the chaos that's going on right now has been going on since I've been born. Just different forms of it, but the same chronicled way of life is going on. Chaos, negativity, dictators, war, because we never taught ourselves how to communicate with peace, prosperity, and innovation. War is easy because we don't have to talk. But peace is communication. And it's an inner communication to go to the world. And that's why the chaos of today is the same chaos as in the 60s, just different players. And what's really fun is when you sit back and look and say, we've went through a lot of dictators in our lives. And you look, and a lot of them, the United States has set up. And, you know, when you're a tool of a secret society, you're the fool thinking you're going somewhere. You know, you open up to understand everything you dream about, everything your talents is beyond society's boundaries. So something I really come up with, I got one boundary. And I'm just going to say, screw that. Thank you, but I'll move on from there. And it's really another word, but I'm not going to say it on this podcast. But when I'm in my private life, I can. And it's really, I am going to say it. It's a, fuck that. That's not for me. Stay away from there. And every time you say that, you got to query what you're really afraid of, because a boundary sets new fears. But one thing about it, you can step back and query it and then go forward. Because everything you desire in life is now. Everything you desire to discharge, get rid of, and release from your life, you do it now. Your daily life is the guru Gumption. It's invisible and unseen by the naked eye a lot of times. It's heard by your listening and your enterprising eyes. It's about not seeing life through what you know. It's seeing life and witnessing life to where you're going. It's a nowography, and it's also a now-born journey of life. It's never looking back. When you look back, you're in the crap. When you're looking forward, you're in the pristine panorama views of your visionary epiphanies, imagining the wonderful world of life. Your imagination will expand you out. And I'm not saying getting way out there, but imagine the outcome you desire to experience. And once you can imagine it, you can start expanding into it. But if you're trying to stay stuck in what you know and you stay right now, you're looking in a tunnel. And I know who's good at that. That was me. But it's about setting yourself free to feel the robust, enterprising, entrepreneurial skills within yourself. Every person on this earth is more skilled than they'll ever give themselves credit. But we compare our skills to somebody else, like a Michael Jordan. His skills were beyond everything. But Michael Jordan had to do some serious expansion when he was in high school. But here's the thing about Michael. He did it. Him and Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, they're my favorite basketball players. And also there's another one, Walter Payton. They called him Sweetness. You know, he never ran out of bounds. He'd lower that shoulder and hit the person. And that's the thing about Walter Payton that a lot of people don't know. He used to have a hill in Chicago that he run up and down all summer. And you know, in the 13 or 14 years he played football, he was a running back, touched the ball, I don't know, 20, 25 times a game, missed one game in 14 years. But it was his ethic about running up and down them hills. Jerry Rice had that. You know, there's just athletes that really stand out. But another one of my favorite ones was Will Shield. He is a guard for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Will Shield had a reading, after school reading for kids in Kansas City. But however, Will Shields was 6'1", 300 pounds. But when the teachers were having trouble with a student, they'd bring him in and let him talk to him. And he took the time out of his life and did that. And another thing, you know, we all hear about the pro athletes and all the, but did you see the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres? How they went with the city of Buffalo, and they all got with the community and stood there. And another thing, Stephon Diggs and several of them flew in just for that day. Now there's something you don't hear sports radio talk about. They want to talk about what creates news. Chaos creates news. And the news, what I'm really getting at here, there is more good in this world than there ever was bad. And that's the thing. It all happens now. And the world is waiting for the peaceful prowess of people to expand it. You know, I used to think being tough was really telling this. It isn't tough. It's having the poise to communicate your dreams to the world. Am I there yet? No. But everything you want to get rid of in your life is here right now, and it's in front of you. It's here. The people you meet, the people they're here to liberate you from yourself. And that's what sovereign expansion is. Cowboy wisdom hypnoacuity is the light of liberation, sovereign expansion, emancipating expressions, airwaves of appreciation, the ceremony celebrations of your achievements with gratitude. And them words right there is they take the thinking memory mind out of your life. And that's what personal sovereign expansion is disconnecting from that thinking memory mind like you did something wrong in the past. You didn't. They were just life events that occurred different than you thought they would. But we hold on to them. And something else, I'm taking a class on trauma. And trauma is not something we have to hold on to. Trauma is unfinished business. And that's what it is. And when you're in trauma, that unfinished business is right here, right now. It's right in front of you. It's about being willing to see where you step back instead of stepping forward. And every time I've had trauma, it's when I stepped back and never stepped into where I thought I should. And that's a woulda, shoulda, coulda. And that's got to go. But it's really about understanding trauma is trend-setting, revolutionary audacity, unleashing my adventurous moxie to expand through life. It's really being having the willing to leave walk the trails of fail and leave the crap on the trail, opening your trails of triumph to walk your dreams. You're going to walk downhill to success and stop walking uphill. Uphill is a struggle. Downhill, you got to stay focused, balanced, and really pay attention to where you're going, because a misstep, you go all the way to the bottom. And when I'm walking in the desert, I like walking up the hills. But when I'm walking down hills with all them little roly-poly rocks there, I got to be real careful to go down. But it's not being scared to go down. It's being awakened aware where I place myself. And that's just like in life. Where are you placing yourself in that? And that is what we do. And when you expand out of the past now, you naturally open up the wisdom and understanding to move forward in life. And that's a key word. Understand your life to this point. The wisdom is there to move forward. Understanding wisdom, overthink no, thinking no. Because you're going to think in memory your beliefs and opinions and viewpoints. And that's going to keep you stuck inside the same place. But wisdom and understanding are grand, and they're going to open up your galvanizing guru gumption of your present moment. Your present moment is a guru gumption to expand you through life. And I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypnoacuity. And hypnoacuity diffuses all the thinking of therapy and opens you up to the understanding of wisdom of your own talents. My website is mycowboywisdom.com. My books are available at amazon.com/author/Robert A. Wilson. And may your life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me in the world. I'm going to say good night, and we'll see you on the trails of triumph.